Hello everybody, and today it's my turn again to post on Bookish Brits, and we've been feeling the love. You may have noticed I've actually recorded this video super duper in advance because I'm writing the same things I was in my last video 2 weeks ago. Oops. We've been talking about everything we love. Romance, people, you name it, we probably talked about it. But I want to talk about something a little bit different because something I love very much that's book related is manga. And not a lot of people talk about manga, I feel, on YouTube, so I thought it would be nice to talk about something I really love and to share it with you all. So manga for me played a massive part in my life. There was about 4 or 5 years, something like that, where I read nothing but manga. I didn't read any other fiction books or anything, just purely manga. That's all I read. I was sort of going through my phase where I was like, I want to do drawings, I want to draw all the time. So manga for me was sort of the next step along from reading, transitioning into storytelling with drawings. So manga is probably what encouraged me to actually get into art and to go and do my degree in animation because I have an obsession with anime. I've just picked a couple that are some of my favourites that just, if you have any interest in manga, you should try these. So the first one that I'm holding up here is Cardcaptor Sakura. This is like the ultimate magical girl manga, or one of a couple anyway. It's your classic. Clamp, if you haven't heard of Clamp, Clamp are an all-female, I want to say group, but they sound like a band. But they're all female and they work on some of the best manga out there. This is the more recently omnibus edition of Clamp's Cardcaptor Sakura because I only own a handful of the originals. I own 2 from the first series and 2 from the second series, so now I own them all. This is super light, super fluffy, with this cute romance, and it's just, she's so adorable. I absolutely love her. She is just one of my ultimate favourites. Then going a step kind of away from that, it's another Clamp book. This is Reservoir Chronicles Tsubasa, and you may recognise the girl on the front cover there because I've just shown you her on the other book. This is set in an alternate world where we have Sakura and Shaoran. It's a much darker, much more sinister story. It's very long. Very long. I did eventually read it all because I stopped for a little while because it was taking so long to come out. When Cardcaptor Sakura ended, everybody wanted more. It was such a massive success that they went and wrote this. So in it is loads of different Clamp characters in different sort of parallel dimensions and in different kind of roles from what they would normally be in the book. In this one, Sakura is a princess, whereas in the original Cardcaptor Sakura, she's just a regular girl. It's really interesting to see them take a different approach, but you don't need to have read Cardcaptor Sakura to read this because this is set differently. So you don't, it's nice if you have because you'll recognise some of the things they've put in, but it's just a really good, more adventure-y series with a romance element. A lot of the ones I will show you have romance in, not because it's Valentine's, but because that's what I like to read. While we're still on classics within manga, I couldn't ignore one of the biggest and best-selling mangas ever, Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is getting a revamp this year in an anime format because it had its 20th anniversary last year, and they were going to do it last year, but they do it this year. And this is one of the most beautifully drawn, such a fun story. The main character is hilarious and it's got a ridiculous romance, and it's just, this is so much fun. The main character is always up to trouble, there's always a laugh. Manga is brilliant because it's a story, but you can actually see characters' reactions. You can put a face to that character, so when you think about them, you can see them. And I mean, I know some people might not like that, but it's so interesting the way it gets told compared to a normal story. I think that's what I really like, is it's another take on telling a story, isn't it? Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon are 2 of my all-time absolute favourite manga, and I seriously could talk about them all day. These are the new ones they've released over the last year or so. Because I was 5 or something when it first came out. yeah, for its 20th anniversary, yeah, I was about 4 when it originally came out in manga. I saw it on the TV when I was about 12. The anime is absolutely atrocious. Wait till they redo it, see if that's any better. But the manga is definitely worth a read. It is absolutely beautiful and it's just so good. Because I don't want to go on for ages and I already kind of have, I'm just going to show you a couple more from my collection. My collection is rather large. Cardcaptor Sakura's 4 omnibuses. Sailor Moon is 12 volumes with 2 volumes of short stories. A couple of the volumes I've got here come from a series. One is like 22 volumes long. So you can imagine it mounts up quite a lot. So back in the day, this used to cost me a lot. So the last ones I'm going to show you are these 3. So we have Tokyo Mew Mew, which is another pink one. A lot of manga tends to be pink for girls. I don't know. I like girlish manga, I guess. All these girls are accidentally injected with animal DNA because they're doing some kind of experiment. It sounds creepier than it is. Basically they're then turned into superheroes effectively and they have to stop the evil aliens from invading. It is freaking hilarious and I love the art. And then we have Kare Kano, is just a contemporary romance, a lot of humour again. The main character Yukino wants to be the best in the school. She wants the best grades, she wants to be, you know, come across as the best kind of person, she wants to be perfect. And when this boy comes along and starts to ruin that, she hates him. But does she really? And this series, like I said, is like 22 volumes long and it explores how she changes as a person as she gets to know this boy. It's a really fun series and the ending is great. I love it. This one I feel is a little bit less well known in the manga world. The author has done some other series which are very well known. This is Alice 19th and it is an absolutely stunning story. It's about 7 volumes long. Yu Watai is one of my favourite manga authors. She just makes great stories and just adds these twists to them. This is quite a dark tale. It gets very deep. The main character is called Alice and Alice's sister gets taken by the darkness. It's all because Alice said something she didn't mean to say. And basically it spirals down and out of control so fast. And by the end it's just about so much darkness and trying to save the ones you love from that darkness. It's so deep, but it's so good. I could not put these down. I could not get them fast enough. It's just amazing. If you want something that has a hint of romance and it's a bit magical, but it's not as light and fluffy as Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor Sakura, something like this, I absolutely love it. So that's just a very small selection of manga I absolutely adore. I want to talk about manga more, so whether I will on here, I don't know, but maybe in the future. So if you've read any manga, let me know what you've read. It's always interesting to know. And if you haven't, would you ever be interested? Would you ever try? Do you think you would? So I hope you've enjoyed my video today about things I love. And I will see you all again soon. Bye!